Hi everyone, Flora Sage here. All right, so I was wearing a different shirt today, my Take a Hike shirt, and changed into my camo shirt because I'm gonna go marine on y'all, okay? It's time that I call bullshit on you and what you're doing and what you're not doing. You say you want a different life, you say you want to improve your circumstances, you say you want to get this done or that done or everything else, but you're not making the decision, you're not making a change, you're not acting. So I want to ask you, do you know what you want? Do you know what you want? I want you to answer this in the comments. What do you want right now in your life? Is there something that you want to implement? Is there something that you want to change? I really want you to just sit and answer this question. What do I want right now in my life? Okay? Marlene says no. Okay, so you're not taking action. Okay, so what do you want in your life right now? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to start a business? What is it that all of you want in your life that you're not doing? What is it? Post it in the comments and let me see. I'll actually bring this up. So Leon says a loving relationship. Okay, so are you taking steps to bring that into your life right now? Are you actually actively doing something that will result in a loving relationship? Do you love yourself? Are you working on self-love? Because that's first and foremost. Tara said to be a healthier me inside and out. Okay, perfect. Are you taking steps to have that in your life? Are you choosing healthier food choices? Are you working out? Are you getting your sleep? Are you limiting screen time? Are you taking action? Are you actually doing these things? Who else? Let me bring this up on my page. Talk to me, people. Ooh, I think I need to shut my volume off. Yes. Okay, so I have this up on my laptop as well. Okay, who else? What do you want in your life? What's one thing that you want to create in your life? April says, practicing my mediumship. Yay, all right. Are you asking people for practice readings? Are you practicing on people? Of course, with permission. Never do a reading without permission. Tara said, some things I need to step up my game. Yes, 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 yes. Leon says, trying but working too many hours. No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. You can still love yourself even when you're working a long time. You can still love your partner even when you have long hours. What is your version of a loving relationship? What does that look like? The first thing that you could do is to get really clear, like literally write it out on a piece of paper. What does a loving relationship look like to me? What is, if I were to completely and totally love myself, what would that look like? What would I do? Okay. If I totally and completely loved my partner, how would that look? What would I do? What would I say? How would I act or respond? Okay, so I'm calling everybody on their bullshit today, and I'm doing small mini laser coachings. So what else? What else? Seriously, I want to see you all have a really freaking kick-ass life. I mean, so much so. But I see so many people making excuses that they can't do it or why they haven't been able to do it. And I have been through the ringer in my life and I've still been able to do it. And yeah, I've had to kick my own ass before. I've had to be like, look, just do your shit, you know? And it's not always easy, but you can do it. Jane said, I'm scared about my relationship. Okay, what about your relationship are you scared about? Okay, be more specific. Be more specific. If it's an abusive relationship, look for places in your area that can help you remove yourself from the situation or remove the abusive partner from the situation as well and help you legally with that particular thing, if that's the case. But who else? Now don't be shy or don't be scared, people. I'm here to help you, okay? So these excuses that we make, let me see. Jane says, I gotta work for it. I'm gonna work for it. Be a little bit more specific, Jane. Leon said, had a bad marriage, afraid to go through it again. Sad but true, Flora. All right, Leon, I have been through 3 marriages and 3 divorces. And one of the things that I would recommend that you look at is, were you showing up and being 100% authentically you, or were you morphing into who that person or who you thought that that person wanted you to be? Also, on the flip side, were you showing up as you and that person morphing into who they thought you wanted them to be? So if it's morphing into or having any type of these control issues in the relationship, one of the things that I would recommend that you do is look at Codependency Anonymous. Codependency Anonymous is a fellowship of people, of men and women, and everybody in between, who just want loving and healthy relationships. And I'm coming up on my 2-year CODA anniversary on September 5th, which I'm super pumped about. And since I have been in that fellowship and working the steps and have been really doing the work, my relationships have never been better with my kids, with my partner. It's amazing. And that's something that literally this program has given me utter and true freedom, and will also give you that peace of mind of, I'm going to be okay when I'm in another relationship. And the reason being is because you actually have tools to use when, whenever, hang on, I need to, you actually have tools to use to, I needed to block somebody, sorry. You actually have tools to use to go into a new relationship with, okay? So I would recommend that you just check it out. There's a lot of great literature about healthy relationships. So that's some of the work that you can do. If you don't have time to read, you can listen to a book on tape. Books on tape are amazing, but also ask yourself, are you fully showing up for and supporting yourself first and foremost? Because if you're not 100% with yourself, then you can't be 100% with someone else or in a partnership, okay? Let me see. Francine says, hi Flora, I love this. It's like the return of the BS Eliminator. Oh yeah, Francine. I need to get up early and prospect for my business regularly, also for love life. I need to pursue interests more. Awesome. Okay. So what's one action that you can do today in each of those things in your life? And then, come hell or high water, make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen. You know, because you were in the bullshit eliminator. Woo! I love it. I love it. Yes. And that's exactly my inner bullshit eliminator channeling was coming out. I'm like, I need to eliminate some bullshit for people today. I need to like go in and do some laser coaching and help people figure out, what am I doing? What am I not doing? What do I really want? What is the excuse that I'm telling myself that I can't have it or I can't get it? And help them. So, yay. Let me see. April says, right now is still summer break for my kids in Ontario, so I tend to use that as an excuse to not practice readings, but I do realize it's fear holding me back. Yes, April, I have 2 kids. I totally understand that it feels like they're constantly occupying you 24/7. But there are times when they're, taking a nap or they're watching a movie or whatever. And also you could even say to the, person that you're reading for is, hey, my kids might come in, and so we're just going to have to go with the flow and whatnot, but give yourself permission to actively seek out people that will allow you to practice on them, and just say, hey, I'm a medium and I'm really working on honing in my skills and my gifts and my talents and abilities. Would you be open and receptive to me doing a reading for you? And constantly be asking those people that you're guided to, so that you can really, again, fine tune and master your craft. But, and even still is, when you are looking at when the kids go back to school, then hit it hot and heavy and say, all right, I'm going to do 5 readings a week, or I'm going to do 10 readings a week or whatever, and really give yourself permission to just keep on keeping on, but you have to be very mindful and you have to be very, specific about what it is that you really want. How are you going to know that you finally arrived and that you're ready to start doing this as a profession and for other people professionally, meaning being paid for it? So help yourself kind of sit down and just say, when am I going to feel ready? Most people don't feel ready until they just do it, and then they're like, oh, okay. And the more you do it, the easier it gets and the more fluid it gets. So I hope that helps you. Jenny says, you look beautiful, Flora. You're glowing, so inspiring. Oh, thank you very much. I love what I do, and I truly believe that helps. Leon says, okay, thank you so much, Flora. You are so welcome, Leon. Thank you for being here. Francine says, got it. Thanks, lady. We'll go after it. Thank you so much for the kick in the tuchus. I love it. Let me see. Hang on real quick. Okay. I don't know where all these random troller people are coming from. All right. April says, yes, thank you. Awesome. Michelle says, I have such an issue with self-care and making time for me. I feel like I spend all day working and researching, but no time relaxing. Okay, so make a list on all the things that you would love to do during the day. It could be taking a bath. It could be going for a walk. It could be reading. It could be sitting down petting your cat. My cat's on my lap. I don't know if you can see. He's so sweet. But ow! And sometimes when I pet him, he'll be like, oh, that feels so good. And then he'll claw me. And I'm wearing shorts. So start to make a list first and foremost on what self-care looks like for you, because it might look completely different for you than it does for me. Self-care for me is sitting on my bike for an hour every night and just busting it out on my bike, and I love it. And last night I actually went so hard, I burned over 1,000 calories. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. But so self-care might look like meditating. It might look like going for a walk. It might look like, talking with your sister or your mom or your aunt or somebody else. So make a list first and foremost of what self-care looks like for you, what it feels like, and then start to do at least one self-care act every single day and commit to yourself and just commit to doing it and just say, I am important. Like for me, I actually have what's called a best self list. Where is it? It might be in my yearly planning. Hang on. I know I've got it around here somewhere. Just a minute. I actually have a self-care or a best self list. Let me see. Oh, it is. Yay! Rock on. I can show you guys. A second. I got my water here. Okay. So this is what the top of it looks like. We got little yoga poses because yoga helps. So my best self is when I sleep 8 hours a night. And why? So that I feel rested. Let me see. And then wake up several hours before I have to do obligations so that I don't feel rushed. Take my vitamins and probiotics every day so that I feel mentally healthy. Drink lots of water so I can think and feel better. Meditate daily to stay centered. Be organized to have greater peace of mind. Have a clutter-free space so I can focus because I know myself. Clear clutter daily to keep my space free from extra stuff. Have a routine because I like routines. Exercise 40 to 50 minutes per day. That is because I want to feel strong and empowered physically. And then I have yoga, bike, and walking because those are like 3 of my favorite things to do. Handling items right away, like thank you notes or bills or whatever. And this is so that I can stay current so I don't have to play catch up. I hate feeling like I have to play catch up. Reading self-help books, that's to keep the feeling of self-empowerment. Make YouTube videos and do live streams daily, and that is to stay connected with my tribe, which I love to do that anyway. Creating classes, CDs, talks, books, programs, etc. And then prep things for the next day the night before, because it helps me stay focused. Keep a to-do list, helps me stay focused. Spend quality time with my kids each day to feel and stay connected, and go outside every single day because it makes me feel balanced and in harmony with my life. So that is my best self list. And so, Michelle, I would recommend that you create a best self list. Is who am I when I'm at my best self? What are these things that I can do that will support and sustain me And how are you going to do this? How are you going to show up for your life? How are you going to start to implement these things every single day? And this is something that it does not take me very long to do these things. You know, staying organized, that's kind of an ongoing thing. Taking my vitamins, that takes like a minute because I actually have a little pill holder that I put all my vitamins in. Sitting on the bike. I listen to a book on tape well, it's actually not on tape. It's more of like an audio book now. Back in the day, it was on tape. But while I'm biking, you know, so I'm kind of killing, you know, two birds with one stone for that. But start to really ask yourself, what does self-care look like for me? And this is for all of you out there who want to take more self-care. What does it look like? What does it really mean for you? And how can you really show up for yourself so that you can start doing it? So who else? What do you know you want to do, but you just haven't taken the time to do it? Let me know. I want to help you today. Well, I want to help you every day, but you know what I mean. All right. Michelle said, thank you. This is awesome. You're so welcome. Yes, you know, I mean, like I said, when somebody calls you on your bullshit, and it's like, no bullshit. All these excuses that we tell ourselves, that's exactly what it is. It's fucking bullshit. Like I said, I'm getting my Marine Corps on. Whoa! My Marine Corps ninja. Okay, not the other day. This was probably several months ago. I was like, yeah, I'm a ninja. Whoa! And then I can't remember who I was even talking to, but they're like, aren't ninjas like quiet and like stealthy and they don't make any sound? I'm like, well, my version of a ninja goes, whoa, because it's like, whoa, I'm going to whip your ass, whoa, you know, not literally, of course, metaphorically, of course, but so anyway, you know, who else out here who's watching this is wanting to do something but has an excuse? And the excuses are valid. Excuses are valid because that's what you're holding on to. And my job here today, well, always, is to help you identify the excuse, call bullshit on the excuse, and then help you create a plan of action to move past the excuse. So what are you wanting to do in your life that you haven't been able to do thus far? So go ahead and put it in the comments, and I will be more than happy to help you. Now, also, if you think that your friends and family members might enjoy this, go ahead and share it on your timeline or share it. Also, tag your friends in the comments and let them know, hey, here's my mentor, here's my teacher, here's my guide, and she will whip your ass in a very good way. And she will help you eliminate the bullshit in your life. So what else, you know, also, what other habits do you want, or, you know, that you have that you're trying to get rid of? Or what habit do you want to start to bring into your life that you haven't been able to? So go ahead and post it in the comments and let me know. We've been live for about 18 minutes, and we'll stay on for a little bit longer, but I really want to help you today. So go ahead, and there's many of you watching, and only a few of you have been interacting. So go ahead and let me know what are you going through right now that you need some help on, or that you think you're like, well, I'm not quite sure. Okay, so Nicole says, develop vacant land and finding the best use for it. This has plagued me for years. Okay, so do you have vacant land right now that you own? I want to ask for that clarifying question. Do you already have vacant land that you own right now? And do you want to develop? Yes, you do. Okay, perfect. Okay. Now, do you want to have it be developed commercially, or do you want to be like a personal development type land? And also, do you want to have it be more of a spiritual aspect? Because labyrinths, that's something that labyrinths are awesome. And there's a lot of people that have spiritual centers connected to labyrinths, and you post your labyrinth on the National Labyrinth page or like website, and then people will visit the labyrinth and go, oh my God, there's a healing center here. How cool. And a labyrinth is really easy to build. And it's incredible. I know several people who have labyrinths, and I kind of picked their brain about it because that's one of the things that I want to create as well. But I mean, really look at, is it going to be commercial? Is it going to be, you know, what avenue or vein of development are you looking for? Mixed use commercial offices with lofts above. Perfect. Okay, so do you know the next steps? Contacting architects, contacting the city planners or the city developers, and starting to go in cahoots with them. When I lived in Oklahoma, I worked for a company called the Owasso Land Trust, and they worked with the city and with other developers to develop certain plots of land. They had neighborhoods. I actually managed 16 big neighborhoods. Some of them were just getting started and some of them were already full. But who worked right next to me was the city developer, and worked with individuals like yourself who actually purchased plots of land and then built it up in alignment with the city's plan, so that it was kind of a win-win for everybody. It was really, really exciting. And so cities love when people like yourself come and say, hey, I'm on board, let's work together. And oh my gosh, and sometimes they even fund some of the stuff, which is amazing. So perfect. So do you know the steps to take? Yes or no? Let me see. Because in working with the city developers and the city planners, especially when you have a plot of land, many times they'll say, oh my God, yes, we would love that. And then you work directly with architects and you work directly. I do, yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, so what's one thing that you can do this week, since it's Thursday, what's one thing that you can do this week that will get the ball rolling? I want you to name it and claim it below, and so that we can all hold you accountable for this, okay? This is some ass kickery time. All right? Let's do this together. So what's one thing that you can commit to for this week to get the ball rolling? I'm in San Antonio, Texas. I haven't found the best people to help me. Okay. So have you contacted the San Antonio development? I need it. Have you contacted that city's planning and development people yet? So, because there's a lot of different people that you can talk with. Hang on. Let me see. Francine said, Nicole, do you mind saying what area you're in? I know a lot of developers and architects. Perfect. Nice. See, and that's the beautiful thing about having a community like this is networking, which is awesome. Yes, the zoning people. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Nice. So you're going to contact the zoning people. Wait, Francine says, okay, not my area, but I could reach out to my network. And I could make some recommendations. PM me if you would like. Woo woo! I love it. I love how my tribe is so connected. Love it. Thanks, Francine. This is awesome. All right. So Alyssa says, I want to start recruiting team members for my direct selling business, but assume no one wants to join or spend the money to join. Okay, so first ask yourself, why are you doing the work that you're doing? All right, I'm gonna let Tank out really quickly. I'm gonna take this off of here. Just a minute. Tank wants, he's like being crabby because he's inside. And I shut the door. Normally I don't shut the door. He's like, hey, let me out. Okay, so first and foremost, why are you selling what you're selling? Why are you doing the work that you're doing? Sorry about my hands. Okay, so Alyssa, why are you doing what you're doing? Okay, ask yourself that. Why are you in the business that you are in? A lot of people are in direct selling businesses because they want to make money, but they're not really passionate about the product. And so it makes it really challenging for people to get on board with you if you're not really feeling it, if you're just in it for the money. So I know several people who are doing very well in businesses because it's just for the money. They sell doTERRA. They actually don't even use the oils and they're selling. And one of them is a very big name person in the community, and she doesn't even use the oil. She uses several other different brands, but she knows with her name and her following that she could just make bank on it. And I'm just like, oh, I don't think it's ethical, but whatever. Yeah, so that's a whole other ball of wax. So anyway, but why do you do what you do? Why do you want to sign people up for that business? Why are you selling it? Did something happen that caused you to reach out to that company, or did that company reach out to you and then, oh my God, it's like life changing and this like totally changed my life, you know? And so really think about, you know, that core why, because that core why is going to drive that message that you share. It's going to drive your passion. It's going to drive you to get up every day and share what you do with the world unapologetically. And you're going to be like, hell yes, I love this. I'm a stay-at-home mom with 2 boys. I love our products and the time I get to spend with my family and the extra money I earn. Spend it on family and save. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. That's the core of your message. That's how you reach out to people. You can just say, oh my gosh, you can just share with people how ridiculously happy you are and how you have extra money and how you have extra time. And then people are going to be like, wow, how are you doing this? And then you can share it, you know. And really allowing yourself also to recognize, so what you know, products are you selling? I want to know. So while you answer, I'm gonna look at Alexis. Alexis says, I want to figure out what certifications or educations I need to develop and gain credibility for my dream business long-term plan of mentoring adolescents and young adults with physical and emotional trauma. Okay, perfect. So is there a place in your area that is already doing this? Alexis, one of the things that I would recommend that you do is to actually do like a Google search in your area of places that do this type of thing already, and then go and interview and talk to the people that are already doing it. So physical and emotional trauma, that's kind of a broad range. So I would recommend getting a little bit more specific, because then that way it will be easier for you to be able to figure out exactly what type of credentials that you need for that, because there's sexual trauma, there's stuff with drugs, there's stuff with alcohol, oh my gosh, so the spectrum's kind of big. So try to narrow it down a little bit, but then also, like I said, seek out what services are in your area currently, and then go interview and talk to those people, because that's the perfect thing to be able to say, okay, what do I really need? Like my oldest son wants to be a cop. Well, he wants to be in the service, but he's got asthma, so he's not able to be. And so he's like, all right, I want to be a cop. And I said, okay, what do you think you need to do in order to be a cop? And he goes, oh, I have no idea. And I was like, why don't you see if you can do a ride along, and then you can kind of pick the cop's brain, and you can be like, hey, what do I need to do for this and this and this, and what do you recommend, you know? And then that's the thing, is that all of a sudden he's like, oh my gosh, yes. And so he had a couple ride-alongs, and he's like, oh my God, he learned so much stuff. He learned what the guy liked, what he didn't like. He's ridden with several cops now, and he's like, oh my God, this is absolutely what I want to do. I'm so excited. Whereas before he was just kind of like, I think I want to do this, you know, but he wasn't quite sure. And so the benefit of interviewing people that are already doing this type of work, then you can ask them 10 key questions, and you can say, hey, what led you to do this work? What are some of the rewards? What are some things that you didn't expect? What are some challenges that you didn't expect? What are some rewards that you didn't expect? What type of credentials do you need to actually do this work? And that way, it takes out so much of the mystery, because you're actually talking to people or with people that are doing that type of work. Now, if there isn't any in your immediate area, you can ask or find people like outside of your area. You can find people online and then email them and ask them if you could do a really quick 15-minute interview, because you're interested in doing that type of thing, okay? I hope that this helps you. Please let me know if it has, Alexis, okay? Let me see. Alyssa says, hang on. I am with New Avon LLC, fashion, fragrances, bath and body, home decor, etc., health and wellness in 2018. So is that like regular Avon? I haven't heard of all this other stuff. Is that like regular Avon? I used to love that blue scrub. What was that? I can't remember what it was called, but I used that forever. my cousin, she was old enough to be my aunt, but my cousin used to do, what was it? Clear Skin. Was it Clear Skin? I don't remember if that's Avon. Anyway, I used to love the blue scrubbies. That was my favorite. Okay, so, well, okay, regardless, if it's new Avon or old Avon or whatever, okay, perfect. So, start to look at, okay, so what is my goal? Is it to sign up 10 new people? Yes, it's split from Avon Global. Okay, so I don't know what that means, but that's okay. Okay, so what is your goal for the end? Okay, so just a name change. All right, sweet. Okay, so what's your goal for this month? Is it to sell X number of products, or is it actually to sign up people underneath you? All right, so get very specific and start to make a goal and say, by the end of September, I'm going to sign on 5 new people underneath me, okay? So what is your selling rate? So how many people do you have to talk with in order to get one person to sign up? Is your ratio 5 to 1, 10 to 1, 2 to 1? So figure out what your ratio is, and then that's the number of people that you need to talk with. So if it's 10 to 1, so for every 10 people that you speak with, one person signs up with you to also be a distributor. All right, so then if you want to sign up 5 people by the end of September, then you need to speak with 50 people total. All right, then you can say, all right, how can I make this happen? How can I talk with 7 to 10 people every single week, or 10 to 15 people every single week? What can I do? Maybe you can do a party. Maybe you can do a virtual party. Maybe you can do a webinar. Start to think outside of the box, but give yourself permission to make clear goals, all right? And start to commit to those goals every single week, every single day. Even if it's reaching out on Facebook or sending an email or handing somebody a flyer or giving somebody a sample and saying, hey, I just want to try this out. That's how Red Bull became so popular. Nobody had heard of them, and they started to have these Red Bull trucks on college campuses nonetheless, and would hand out free full-size samples, like, here you go, yay! And that, they were like, oh my God, it's amazing. Most people don't want to try something or spend money on something, because like for me, I love protein shakes, but a lot of them have green tea. I can't have green tea because of the caffeine. A lot of them have fake sugar. I can do real sugar, but I can't do stevia or any of the other sugars because they give me headaches. So it's like either real sugar or just unsweetened, and then I can just add honey to it. But it's really challenging for me to find dairy-free, sugar, alternative-free protein powders. And many times what I do is I'll see a protein powder in the store and I'm like, this has all this funky stuff in it. And I actually voiced that on my Instagram page, and I had a couple companies actually see it and send me samples. One of them actually sent me dairy samples. I'm like, I can't drink this because there's dairy in it. But so start to get really specific about what it is, what are your goals and all this other stuff. I know I kind of went off in random tangents here, but get really specific about what it is that you want and start to make that happen. Start to get very, very specific about what it is that you actually want to accomplish and make it happen. Make it happen and say, how many people do I need to reach out to? And start to extend your network. Start to reach out to people. Start to think unorthodoxly about that's not a word, unorthodoxly. But start to think outside of the box on how you can or just kind of create and meet these numbers. And if you're thinking inside, oh, people don't want to sell this, that's what you're going to get. You're going to find a bunch of people that aren't willing to buy and they're not willing to sign up. Okay? But when you start to have in your mind, what I have to offer is fucking awesome, and oh my gosh, I totally attract all these people that love the opportunity that Avon is going to give them, and it's going to be easy for them, it's going to be a no-brainer, and they're absolutely going to sign up. Abso-freaking-lutely. So start to kind of put all this in place. What I'd recommend, again, make a main goal for each month, how many you want to sign up, how many people you want to sign up, and then from there, look at your sales to sign up ratio. How many sales calls or how many sales conversations, do you have in order for you to actually get somebody to sign up, or have someone, not get them to sign up, but have them say, oh, hell yeah, this is totally for me. and then have them sign up under you. So, and I'm not saying this to discourage you, because some people are like, oh my God, that's a lot of work. Well, that's why you're in business. That's why you're doing it. It's not work. It's you're sharing this excitement and this passion with these people, and that's why they're going to sign up, because they feel that shift, they feel the change, and that's what they want as well. Okay, so I hope that this helps you. Nicole says, I also sell rodent and fields as a side business and have the same fear as Alyssa when it comes to building my team. I can sell all day for someone else, harder for myself. Start to rewrite that script. It's easy to sell. Selling is easy. Selling isn't actually selling. Selling is actually sharing how freaking awesome and amazing this product is and these products are. And they're so freaking amazing. I just cannot wait to tell absolutely every freaking buddy about it. Everybody. I'm so excited. And start to just really feel that excitement and feel that momentum start to build up. But I'm telling you, when you hold on to those feelings of nobody's going to sell, I have a hard time selling, that is what you're going to get. So reprogram that mindset and start to think positively and start to think more along the lines of, yeah, I've got this. This is freaking awesome. This is awesome. It's totally going to happen. Nicole says, hey to run, but time to start rounding up my children from school. I love this, Flora. Thank you. You are so welcome, Nicole. Thank you for still on here. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you. Alexa says, thank you. Yes, it's helped a lot. I have to remember that most people want to help if you just ask. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Let me see. Alyssa says, thank you for this info. The health and wellness is going to be the plant-based daily and nut-free protein shakes. Awesome. Perfect. That's exciting. Okay, so there you go. All right. So we've got a few minutes left. So who else is trying to do something in their life, but is just not, it's not sticking. It's just not working. Dairy. I knew what you meant. All right. Yeah, dairy is just not my friend. I used to eat ice cream, even though it made me feel like crap, and I haven't eaten it in a while. And I really miss Haagen-Dazs coffee flavored ice cream, but it's not worth it. Ugh. I don't know. It's bad. No, I do know. It's just not good. All right. So who else is watching this that is, that has something in your life that you've been wanting to do, that you've been wanting to create a habit, you've been wanting to really implement in your life, and you just haven't been able to make it stick? Let me know. Post it in the comments. And I'm going to bullshit eliminator that. Woo! I will help you make a plan of action for you and the rest of your month. So let me know what you have for me, what's going on in your life, and we'll stay on for just a few more minutes. So if you're interested, while I wait for another question or statement to come in, if you are really wanting to get shit done and really wanting to just start making some stuff happen in your life, there's a program that I have called Elevate. I almost said Eliminate. Bullshit eliminator. Elevate, and what we do for this program is all about changing your habits so that you can change your life. Now, I know change is scary. I know change is hard. Sometimes it's hard when you don't know what to do. And that's the beautiful thing. The beautiful thing about this program is I break it down in super simple steps for the first 5 days. We start on Monday. For the first 5 days, I'm going to break down habits and what they are, why they in the past have been so hard to change, and how you can easily change your habits, how you can easily create and implement new habits in your life. We're going to look at willpower. We're going to look at the basal ganglia. We're going to look at, which is like a brain thing. We're going to look at synapses. We're going to look at pattern interrupts. We're going to look at, oh my gosh, what else? So many amazing things. But it's all really allowing you to really fully show up for your life in a really amazing way. We're also going to look at keystone habits and creating fabulous, fabulous keystone habits in your life that will create a ripple effect in your day. Hi, Kelly. Yay. Thank you for joining. So if you're interested in joining Elevate, We start on Monday. I have 6 VIP spots available. So if you want in for VIP, grab them now because they always sell out. I sold out in my journal program. I sold out in my Bullshit Eliminator program. So if you want in for Elevate and you want a VIP, go ahead and book it today so that you can be sure that you get in. If you don't want VIP, that's totally fine. You're still going to have an amazing, amazing experience. Click the link in the comments below to sign up for Elevate. All right, so we have, I think you pronounce your name, Shayna? I'm not very good with pronouncing names. I do apologize. So she says, I want to start my own business, but I'm having resistance with how to get the capital for space and the product I need. And also resistance in releasing a steady 9-to-5 financial security. Okay, so one of the things that I would recommend is, do you have a Shina? Oh, that's nice. Shina. Woo! That's kind of a fancy name. So, all right, so do you have a business plan? When you have a strong business plan, it's much easier to get funding, okay? So that's the first step, and if you're not quite sure how to do a business plan, there's a lot of coaches out there that will be able to help you create a business plan. There's also a book called Right Brain Business Plan. I'd highly recommend that you check that out. It's so incredible. It's amazing. It's for creatives who are kind of morphing into or want to be an entrepreneur. So I would recommend that's the first step, is to create a business plan. And then when you have that strong business plan, then you'll be able to much more easily be able to find funding for it. Let me see. Angela says, Nicole, share your, where'd it go? Share your experience and how the company has changed your life. People will be attracted to you and want to join your team. Yes, well, and absolutely, Angela, that's something too, is that when you're really passionate about what it is that you are doing and why it's made such an impact on your life and why it's made so much of an impact that you want to actually sell it or share it, that's when people feel that energy and they're like, oh, hell yes, this is awesome. This is so good. This is so good. And they just want to be a part of that. They want to be a part of that energy. I know there's someone that I'm acquaintances with who she hit the $1 million mark in her Beachbody, coaching business. And she's freaking amazing. And she crafted and created a movement of sorts, if you will, to actually sign on 10 to 12 people every single month in her Beachbody fitness program. And she is not a size 0. She doesn't have the super sculpted body. She's just like everybody else. But this program absolutely has changed her life. And that's the basis and the platform for her coaching business, for her Beachbody business. And she has now hit $1 million mark. And she helps, I think, 120 people, so I think that would be like 10 people every single month, but she helps so many people achieve their fitness goals every single month and every single year that it's just incredible. So when you have that passion behind your purpose, it makes it so much easier and it makes it so much simpler to be able to share your message with the masses. So I hope that this helps you. Let me see. Shina says, awesome, I've started a business plan, but I'm a bit stuck. I will get the book ASAP. Thank you. Yes, you're very, very welcome. It's so good. So good. And also, don't overthink the business plan. Make it really doable and feasible and have it be a hell yes business plan for you, okay? Awesome. All right. So, like I said, if you want some more of this ass kickery, woo, and some bullshit elimination, join Elevate. The beautiful thing about Elevate is we are going to be together for 66 days, actually 71 days, because for the first 5 days it's going to be instruction, and then on August 26th we're going to meet every single day for 66 days. 66 days is the sweet spot that habits actually take hold. It takes 21 to 254 days to create a habit. with 66 days being the sweet spot. And so that's why we're going to be together for 66 days. Every single day, I'm going to be popping into our private Facebook group in Elevate and help you overcome any of your bullshit excuses why you can't do certain things. We all have bullshit excuses. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm going to be firm but fair. And I am here to help you get the life and have the life that you want. But you have to be willing to go from a place of knowing into a place of action. And that's where I come in. I help you get into action. I help you get your butt in gear. So click the link in the comments to join Elevate. As I mentioned, I only have 6 VIP spots available. I have a payment plan for both the VIP and the regular. You can get into this program for $49. Get in, get connected, and let's get some shit done. I love you all. Click the link and join the program today.